Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing some easy crock pot meals. Every single one of these recipes are amazing and they're so simple to make, so I'm really excited to share them with you. And a couple of the recipes, it was my first time making and they did not disappoint, so grab a pen and paper, some coffee, and let's hop in. And I also want to let you guys know that all of the meat I'm going to be using in today's video is from ButcherBox. So a huge thank you to ButcherBox for sponsoring this video. If you've been here a while, you know I love ButcherBox and I've worked with them several times. I personally love ButcherBox for the quality of meat they deliver. It truly is top quality meat and I feel good about what I'm serving to my family. If this is your first time hearing of ButcherBox, it is a meat subscription service that delivers to your doorstep monthly with the option to cancel at any time, and shipping is free. They source directly from farmers and fishermen who meet the highest standards for quality. You choose your box and your delivery frequency. They offer 5 boxes, so they have 4 curated box options as well as a custom box option where you can pick and choose exactly what you want in your box. The meat is frozen at peak freshness and it's packed in an eco-friendly 100% recyclable box. The beef is 100% grass-fed, the pork is raised crate-free, the chicken is free-range and organic, and all seafood is wild-caught. ButcherBox bacon is sourced from heritage breed pigs and is uncured, nitrate-free, and sugar-free. The website is really easy to navigate. When you go on, you'll see all of your box options, and then once you choose your box, you will then choose if you'd like the classic or the big box and the frequency of your box. Remember, you can also pause or cancel at any time, and you'll then select any add-ons you would like and you're good to go. The box has an unbeatable value when it comes to the quality of this meat, so if you're interested, I'm going to have a link in my description box, and any new members will receive a whole turkey for free in their first box. Once again, a huge thank you to ButcherBox for sponsoring this video. We are going to start with a bacon cheeseburger soup, and because I followed a recipe for this, I will have a link in my description box. So here in a bowl, I have 4 small russet potatoes peeled and chopped, along with 1 cup of shredded carrots, and then 1 small yellow onion chopped. I'm just going to pour all of this into my slow cooker, and then I'm going to add 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm adding about a teaspoon each of basil and parsley, and I'm just going to give that a stir, and this will cook on low for 6 to 8 hours or high for 4 to 5 hours. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and brown up a pound of ground beef, and I'm going to set that aside until a little later. About 20 minutes before serving, we're going to make a roux using 3 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of milk, salt and pepper, and just whisk that until it's smooth and bubbly. As I said, this is about 20 minutes before serving, so now I'm going to add my pound of ground beef, and I also have here about a cup of cooked and crumbled bacon. I'm adding in the roux and now my cheese. I'm going to put about 2 cups of shredded cheddar, And just for extra flavor, I'm also going to put 3 slices of pepper jack. The slices were all I had, but shredded would work just as well. You can also use this time to add salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to let this continue cooking for another 20 minutes, and that's just so the cheese can melt and it'll be ready to serve. Like I said, I'm going to have the recipe down below. I'm eating low carb right now, but I did sample it and it was delicious. It was incredibly hard not to eat more. Next up, I'm going to show you my version of white chicken chili. This is another incredibly delicious recipe, and it's a good switch up from traditional chili. So the first thing I'm going to do is cook up some boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm just going to use my pressure cooker to do this just for lack of time. I needed it done ASAP, so I'm just going to let it go in my pressure cooker, and the rest of this will be dump and go into the crock pot. And I also want to add that's 2 chicken breasts. Once my chicken is done and shredded, I'm going to go ahead and add that to my slow cooker. I'm going to add 1 can of whole kernel undrained corn, a can of diced tomatoes undrained. You could also use Rotel here if you want some kick. That's what I would have done, but we were actually out of Rotel, so I just used diced tomatoes. And I'm also going to add 1 can of Great Northern beans undrained, and then 1 can of black beans drained and rinsed. And then left in this carton, I have 1 cup of chicken broth. I'm going to add that in, and then about the equivalent of 2 packets of taco seasoning. I'm going to give that a stir, and it's going to cook on high for about 3 hours or low for 6. "20 minutes before serving, I'm going to add 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and I have cut my cream cheese into smaller pieces, and I'm just laying that throughout, and I'll come back in 20 minutes and all of that cream cheese will be melted. Don't forget to add your salt and pepper, and this will be ready to serve. I love this white chicken chili recipe. It's perfect on a cold night, and other than cooking your chicken, it's easy and fast to get into the crock pot. Moving on to the third recipe, I'm going to be making these saucy pork chops. To be honest, I was a little scared how this was going to turn out, but they actually turned out amazing, and they're now a top favorite. So here I have 4 boneless pork chops. I'm going to go ahead and add to my crock pot, and I'm going to season both sides with salt and pepper. Again, the recipe will be down below, but I'm going to go ahead now and make the sauce for these. So you'll need 1 can cream of mushroom, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to a bowl. I'm now going to add a 1/4 cup of ketchup, and you'll need about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and then about a tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm going to stir all of this to combine, and then I'm going to pour it over the pork chops, and this will cook on high for 4 hours or low for 6 to 8. Again, I didn't think these were going to be that great, but they definitely proved me wrong. They were amazing. The flavor was bomb and they were tender. So I just served mine with rice cauliflower with some everything bagel seasoning and sliced cucumber. The last recipe I'm going to make today is a crock pot pizza casserole. It's basically all of the components of pizza in a casserole, and it's really delicious. So I'm going to start by browning up a pound of ground beef, and I'm going to season that with salt and pepper and garlic powder. Once it's browned through, I added in a 24-ounce can of Hunt's garlic and herb pasta sauce and just gave that a stir. I'm going to get this into the crock pot, starting with a layer of meat sauce first. For my pasta, I'm using elbow, but honestly you can use whatever kind you like, and I'm going to sprinkle some of that on top of the sauce. Now I'm going to add some pepperoni slices and some shredded mozzarella, and then I'm going to repeat until I'm out of meat sauce. This one cooked really fast. It was about 2 hours on high and it was done. You could also set your crock pot to low for 3 to 4 hours if you'd like. So that is going to complete today's video. If you make any of these, feel free to share and tag me over on Instagram. I hope you got all the crock pot inspiration. Make sure to come back next Sunday and I'll be sharing more recipes, and I'll also have an exciting announcement, so make sure your notification bell is on. Also, don't forget to check out ButcherBox. The link is in my description box, and get yourself a free turkey in your first box. Like I said, it's not only great quality, but they care about the welfare of the animals as well. They focus on working with farmers that treat the animals humanely. It's something that takes some extra time, and they recognize that. So the meat is sustainably harvested and it contributes to the overall health of our ecosystem. So anyways, I love ButcherBox and I think you guys will too. The link is down below. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.